welcome back to HemmaJoys.net. I'm going to show you the TouchWiz interface on the Samsung Galaxy S2. This isn't the full review or anything like that, it's just part of the review. Head to HemmaJoys.net if you want to see the whole thing. If you've seen the Samsung interface before, you have a rough idea what it's like. It's a little bit iPhone-like, and in fact I believe they're being sued because of it. But so the four icons at the bottom, they stay where they are. As you move around the screen, you have widgets like you would with anything else. The widgets you get with it, they're quite good. So you've got an agenda one that scrolls up and down. There was a point where it was syncing in pictures from Facebook if it's people's birthdays. I think that's on the social hub. I've got a bit of a confession. I took them off using titanium backup. I had backed them up, I thought, but when I went to restore them, it only backed the data up, so I couldn't put those back. But you get 5 different hubs. One social hub where you log into Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google Talk, pretty much everything you can log into, and it will keep it all synced for you. But I think that was quite a big battery drain because there's so many things it's syncing. So I took them all off, and my battery's been a lot better. So let's have a look. You go into the app drawer. Now here's one of my biggest frustrations. It puts things on here in order of when you added them, not alphabetically. So it can be quite a pain trying to find things. You can reorder them. If I go to menu and I go to edit, it looks kind of cool as it slides the different panes in and out. So you get little minuses. I could tap one of them to remove them. I can just simply drop one into a different place. They all move around. The 4 at the bottom, I can put different things down there if I wanted. I would just drop that onto the top there and it would replace it. I can make folders. If I drop that in there, it makes a folder which can then be added into the screen. Same with pages. I can add a whole new page in up there. So it is quite customizable, but I don't quite know why I can't set it up. Empty new folder. I don't know why I can't set it out alphabetically. If we come back, I can go list view. That is alphabetical, but then obviously it might take a fair while to get to anything anyway. I do like how it sort of slides in and out of the different things though. It is generally quite slick, quite smooth. Then if we come to add a widget, kind of like you would normally, but the page, the sort of home screen syncs back, and again you get the little, you can see it's a separate page sliding. Now I don't know if I forget exactly how it was. There was one way, maybe it's when I'm placing it, that you can rock the phone to move the screens. I think I might have turned motion off actually. Right, widgets. So I tap widgets, and again it looks snazzy this, but I don't really like it. So I get 4 widgets at a time. They very snazzily move around, and then when I want to place one, let's find one of the actual Samsung ones. So we've got the weather one there, let's put that in. And then if I wanted to move it, let's see if, yeah, so I don't know if you can see that. Me rocking the phone moves it screen to screen. There are a few new widgets that you get with this. The AP News one is quite nice. If I can find that again. You get the usual kind of clocks and things. I think I've probably gone past it, haven't I? Then you can see as well at the bottom it does give you a little sort of marker as to where you are. But again, it seems to take a long time. No, it's not alphabetical. So you can see how long it's taken me just to load. It's open mobile, it's right at the beginning. So this is a news one, and maybe it's going to have to sync before it actually does anything. But you get a picture behind and then the actual headline there, it looks really nice. But as far as I could see, there you go, look, you see it's got a picture. So it's a really cool looking little widget, but there's no options to change what news items it's looking at. So you get all the ones along the top here. If I hold down on one of them, I thought maybe it'd let me drop in or drop out, but I can't change what the subjects are, unlike the ones that you normally get the news widget. So Looks really nice. Not really as useful. You know, how hard would it have been to allow us to add or remove subjects? What else? Kai's Air. I haven't really tested this just yet. I'll perhaps do that in a separate video. But in theory, look, you can browse to my phone from any PC by just going to a certain web address. Oh, and you can, let's come back out again. If I go to edit. So now you can see all the screens. I can move them around. Again, they just drop into place and realigns everything. I can add screens, I can remove screens. I should also point out the wallpaper is supposed to be reflective of the actual weather, from what I understand. It does say it's being monitored by AccuWeather. But it generally is quite nice. It slides in and out nicely. It's quite smooth. When you go to things like the calendar, this is actually really useful. It's a much more useful calendar, I find, than Google's inbuilt one. So you get the sort of week view, and you can scroll it week to week, and you get to see, you know, you get a better idea of what's going on. You got the month view as you would with anything else. Day view, nothing going on there. So generally the interface is quite nice. I quite like it. I used it for a few days, but then I went back to my usual Launcher Pro Plus. So here's something else I thought was kind of cool. Kai's Air. So you open that, and it basically says it lets you access your phone via Wi-Fi. I press start. It gives me an IP address, so I'm going to put the phone aside for a second. And here it is, all the contents of my phone. So, for example, photos that I've taken. Well, those are videos. Where are the photos I've taken? There's one of the sample shots. I can click 1:1 size. There it is, full size. Again, this is, you know, there's nothing connected to my phone. It's got all my contacts in here, my call log, bookmarks, ringtones, messages, music, videos, photos, pretty much everything you could want, really. Bookmarks. Opens them in a separate tab for me. I can download files if I want, so I go to File Explorer, go to Dropbox, Music, click on the tab, I get an option to download, and it works just like if you were downloading stuff off any website. So yeah, it looks a really simple and easy way of managing the contents of your phone. Very clever indeed. So there we go, that's the latest version of TouchWiz on the Samsung Galaxy S. My name's Andy, HemidRose.net.